generally speaking, very nice energy. It feels like luck is on your side. Some of you might feel very fortunate to come into contact with this King of Cups, water energy, water male figure, or just masculine energy could represent a female for these generals. You could be hearing from them. And again, I get this vibe of feeling lucky to have heard from them or lucky to come in contact with them. This could be someone that you meet on a trip or through online, because Eight of Wands does come up for me for online contacts, whether it's through internet forums or actual dating sites, things like that, regardless you're communicating with this person online, or social media, I should say instead, because this isn't really focused on love. But you might, there could be there is a little hint of passion here with the Wands energy that is fire. And even the Wheel of Fortune is very orange color that I'm seeing here. This could happen very quickly. Now, I don't mean to talk about romance when it comes to this character. This could be like something that's beneficial for business, for instance. And again, it's like this lucky contact comes out of nowhere and you feel fortunate. I do feel like it has to do with while traveling, but it doesn't have to be. Now, when it comes to love, it's interesting. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, just focus, Queen of Pentacles. So now here there's a lot of feminine energy. The Empress is definitely a female. That could be, if you're a female watching, that could be how you're feeling this month. If that's the case, you're feeling confident, sexy, in your element, having all the power. Now what's interesting is that here, I almost feel like the concentration is you, on yourself, bettering yourself, improving your image. And there's this feeling of independence here with the Nine of Pentacles. You might be focusing on fitness, being physical, doing those activities as well. Like improving your form is coming up. I came up with another sign, Scorpio, I think. And I'm getting body as well with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting the physical form. Now, this could be a potential partner or interest as well. You could be meeting them at work. If you already have a partner, then this could represent their energy. This could represent male or female, and I would say that they're very grounding energy and you find them incredibly supportive. There's a lot of supportive energy here too. So in terms of an already existing relationship, it might just be reinforced, and there could be some concentration on money and finances here between you and your partner. And there is a sense of independence regardless of what your situation is. So you might find yourself doing things on your own that you like to do and your partner doesn't necessarily like to do. They're doing their own thing, not necessarily bad. That's just a vibe that I'm getting if you're in a relationship. Yeah, all right. So with the outcome cards, I have the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords. Very interesting, very strong energy with that Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is usually something is down and out. It's a clear ending, the death of a situation. Now, this isn't the death card, but that's how I'm seeing it here. This guy is at a gravestone. He's sort of mourning a loss. And this could represent some form of loss. Unfortunately, that does happen in December. It could relate to something corporate with the Hierophant, or involving family or a marriage as well that clearly comes to an end. There's just like no hope there with the Ten of Swords. All right, let's see that 10. Ten of Swords. Emperor. Maybe this person is having surgery or something like that. I don't like to read for medical, but I think once that came up for that instance, and it came to mind again. But there could be a male figure, an older male figure in your life who is going through something that might be quite traumatic, or might be quite traumatic for you with the Ten of Swords here. It involves some form of ending. There is sorrow and mourning here that's tied to an older male figure. I hope that's not the case for the majority of you. Well, for all of you, honestly. All right, so let's see the 9 of Pentacles. Actually, let me just get one more on this 3 card. Oh, there we go. 8 of Swords. Interesting. In matters of love, I feel like you don't really want to deal with your partner, or if you're single, you don't necessarily want to engage with another person either. 8 of Swords, you might be, relationship love might be making you anxious at this time, making you feel trapped and unable to see yourself out of a situation. I kind of feel like you want to get out of a relationship if you're in one. And if you're not in one, you're not ready yet to look or to kind of commit or even just engage with another person, which is fine. King of Cups. What can you tell me about King of Cups? But this deck is, aside from some of the somberness here, this deck is showing this male figure where there's a happy home attached to him. Oh my God. There's emotional fulfillment and happiness attached to this King of Cups. And, you know, there's a vibe of feeling lucky, fortunate. This is passion, contact, travel that you could be engaging with this person. There just might be some negativity with what's going on here. There's a clear ending when it comes to an old male person. An older male person. Situation's ending. He can be the person, again, who's initiating the change and saying, like, for instance, this contract is over with you, so and so forth. But aside from that, you know, you got this to offset it, which is nice. So hopefully this isn't overbearing is all. Let's get one oracle. Sagittarius. Love. All right. You could be staying away from potential partners or interests because you're currently heartbroken, or a situation is going to happen in December that'll leave you feeling some form of heartbreak. So you might find yourself focused on your well-being, your physical form, and regaining your confidence. Okay? All right, and let's get one from you. Yeah, you might find yourself guarded with that 8 of Swords, unsure if it's safe for you to, you know, reach out to people or connect with someone. There might be a wall there that you have to break down a little bit before you can get involved with someone new, or even reconnect with someone that you're supposedly in a relationship with. Maybe there's some sort of wall there where you're just kind of like not doing anything together for the moment because it doesn't, like, you feel like you need to be alone. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Get one more. It could be an emotional month with the Ace of Cups that might be welling up on the inside and clearly showing on the outside, but you might be doing it in private. For others, there is a potential here that there is a new emotional beginning that will come up after this unfortunate energy, but you do have the beauty of the Ace of Cups coming in to hopefully save the day. After just, you know, enduring a little bit of pain with this situation that clearly has ended. And hopefully that is the case. Temperance. With these three, I feel like emotionally you might feel a little bit out of sorts. It could be because of work or money. It could be because of a male figure that's a coworker, a boss, or someone that's just within your life and is normally a stable fixture in your life, whether that's a friend or a romantic partner or a business partner. You've got anxiety tied to this person. It could be that you're anxious for them, towards them. They're leaving you a little bit emotionally imbalanced, I feel, with Temperance there and the 8 of Swords. And it's almost like they don't mind whatever they're causing because they have a little bit of a grin on their face. And I don't really feel like this is you. I feel like they've almost gotten all It's like they've gotten all the goodies and you weren't given as much, and you have feelings that you might want to express, but you can't quite do so, or you don't know how to do so yet. You're trying to figure out the right balance, perhaps the right words to say. With the other deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Now, overall, this can be a grounded week for you. The focus can definitely be on finances, work, hobbies, things of that nature. Otherwise, for some, you could be going up against a female energy here with the Queen of Pentacles, and it's most likely tied to work. Maybe they're going against you or saying things about you, and you need to defend yourself, stand your ground, explain your opinions and whatnot. And it could be that they're doing the same, and it's a bit of a struggle. But I always see the Seven of Wands as perseverance and standing on top, regardless of all the people that are trying to take you down. There is success there. And that could also be what the Queen of Pentacles represents. This ability to stand your ground. You are feeling powerful. You're feeling in control and confident when it comes to your beliefs and where you stand, so you have no trouble going up against like 5 people that are giving you grief or trying to take you down in some way. All right, let's get clarifiers. Why are you so anxious? Chariot drop, but I don't really want to take it. It could be that you don't know which way to move forward. And if that's a Chariot again, I'm gonna laugh. No, it's close. It's the Six of Swords. So I was looking for a card for the Eight of Swords. We have the card of movement forward, of travel. Maybe some of you are stressing out about travels that you have to take on or that you're doing this week. Some of you are afraid to move forward or move in a completely new direction that you're not quite used to. And maybe some of you aren't seeing the situation, seeing how to get to a situation or to a point where things are less problematic and a bit more calm. You want to get towards the Six of Swords energy, but you're not quite sure how to. You're not seeing it right now because you're blinded by your own anxiety. All right, tell me about the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Two of Wands. So some of you are making clear, distinct choices when it comes to work or money. Others of you are figuring out a path that's most likely towards this king. Maybe he's giving you an opportunity and you're choosing to take it. Or you're just choosing a direction that involves this person, involves you communicating with this person on some level, something of that nature. Regardless, you've made a choice, you're leaving another choice behind, and you could have anxieties tied to that because this has the card of movement forward, leaving something that's rocky behind. That's making you anxious, but clearly you're moving forward with your plans anyway with the Two of Wands. And I would say that by the end of the week, you do feel a bit more satisfied with your resolutions, with your plans, moving forward. I think you'll still have some lingering anxiety, but for the most part, you'll feel a bit better about the choices that you've made. So, and we have the Seven of Wands again. So overall, you might find that you have to do battle with others and yourself just to kind of get movement going. It could be that people along the way are not in agreement with your plans. So that is a struggle, and that's what's giving you some form of anxiety. Maybe you got to move forward on your own because this person, the King of Pentacles, does not agree with you, and neither does the Queen. All right, let's just get one other message. Tower energy. So, things can heat up, things can go down by the end of the week for sure, and I want to see where this tower leads. I don't like to end on the tower. Okay, the tower leads to the Three of Wands. So I feel like this isn't a negative energy. I mean, this is a big drastic change. This is going with it, shaking things up because this is the direction that you've chosen, or maybe this is what your choice has led to. And then sort of seeing where all the pieces fall into place and anticipating how things unfold. I feel like that's the energy of the Three of Wands here. All right, and the Queen of Pentacles, what can you tell me? Hierophant. This could be someone that you're married to. This can be someone that you're connected to through your job, or someone who's part of an organization that you're also a part of. And that again is a very strong influence, and you still find yourself potentially going up against them or struggling with them or having to argue your viewpoints. Queen of Pentacles can definitely still represent your own energy, and that your overall focus is going to be on, again, the work, finances, stability aspect of your life. Most likely to do with a corporation or again, an institution that you're a part of. And there are going to be a few struggles this week, or people that are going to be coming at you with the Seven of Wands. And let's see how the Seven of Wands resolves. Got two cards here. We got the Two of Wands again and the Knight of Cups. So with this perseverance, you get an opportunity, you get a clear, you make a clear decision which way you want to go. There's an opportunity here that comes up with the Knight of Cups. This could be romantic, but it just might be something that you love doing or you love being a part of. And you're like, I'm going to stick with it because this is what I want, regardless of any other people who have issues with your new direction.